All right, guys. Hello, and welcome to session number 33 of Unlikely Heroes, our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm super excited. It looks like we've got just about everybody here tonight. I'm not entirely sure where our resident ranger is, as she has not made contact with me like she said she would. So hopefully we hear from her soon, and if we don't, I will handle that off stream. But we've got 4 out of our 5 players, which is an excellent place to be for the evening. So we will go ahead and we will just do our thing. Please note that when we play D&D on Sundays, I do not pay attention to chat, just like chat has been shouting at you for the last, I don't know, fucking 6 hours today. We'll do a quick recap, do some XP recap or rehash, and then we will just dive straight into the session. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that for me as we move into the game, send them to me in Discord, send them to me on Twitch, send them to me on Instagram, wherever you want to, or chat with the party, as some of them kind of hang out and chat. They're more than welcome to if they want to. Okay, thanks so much, and yeah, we'll dive into this. All right. Let's see. Can you guys hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me one sec here. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick recap from last time. So, where we had picked up last time, you guys had already finished the reincarnation of Doc. She became her gnomish form. That was the game prior. Last session, you guys picked up with... actually, you picked up with a really, really creepy interaction again between Henry and Ree and Beaufort. Just this really weird milk drinking thing that happened. Yeah, we'll let sleeping cows lie. Um, God damn. It got super weird. That's okay though. It was fun. So there was a conversation that happened with Henry. You guys went back and had a conversation with Archdruid Nightbreeze, who pretty much said, "Look, I don't have a whole lot of information about what's going on with these damn things. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Listen, I got another problem." And he told you that his keeper of beasts, his war beast keeper named Vidor, had come to him in recent days and had been complaining about feeling lost and lonely, and he was afraid. And throughout the conversation and the medical experiments that had been performed on him, they noticed that he was beginning to show signs of these lightly glowing purple veins. They tried to cure it with everything that they had. Nothing took effect. Until finally the veins reached Vidor's eyes and he took off. He fled and bolted north. That was when Nightbreeze realized they probably had a serious problem on their hands. And he enlisted you guys, or at least attempted to enlist you guys, to go to the Beastkeeper Sanctum in the northeastern part of the Grove, or of the Circle, and see if there is anything left of Vidor or his companion Pushka, and kind of gave you a stern warning, like, hey, listen, there's some serious shit. He is the keeper of beasts, and if these beasts have been infected, there's a good chance that they're probably going to attack you. Anything with purple veins, he said, put them down. We do not know how to cure this. If you can figure out a cure, excellent, but do not risk your lives if it really comes down to it. It was at that point that you guys accepted, and in return, he offered to give you access to a magic item referred to as the Pool of the Plains. Essentially, it was an artifact, a natural artifact, that allowed the user of the pool to speak to other entities on other planes of existence. This was obviously a super useful thing for you guys because you happen to have a lot of information about this fallen vessel from dark space as to where it may have come from. You activated the Pool of the Plains, and sure as shit, you hit it right on the head. You managed to reach out to a creature who appeared to be a water genasi, Azamar. Although it was kind of some distorted, hard to understand speech, it did speak your language and it spoke to you and gave you a great deal of information regarding the Golden Chalice, the crew of the Golden Chalice. The entity's name was Glacius Arturius, Hand of the Hand. And he was able to tell you that he was solely responsible for actually gathering the crew and the chalice itself to go into dark space to seek out the Shadowfell and to capture one of each of these sorrow-sworn creatures for experimentation and study and research back on their home plane of existence, and more specifically, the City of Light. So, you guys came to the tail end of that conversation. You had asked, hey, can you find us a cure for this? And he was like, you know what? I think I can probably do that. It's going to take some time, but let me speak to the others. That's not I'm not a medical officer. Let me see what I can find out. Come to me again in the future and I'll see what I can do. And that is about the time that the innate time limit of the pool of the plains kind of fizzled out and the water dropped back into the pool and fell still once more. And that is where we pick up today. So very quickly we'll go through experience. So roleplay experience, because it was actually the third non-combat session we had in a row, which was pretty fucking cool because there's been a lot of neat things that have happened. Such a weird thing too. This tiny ass little grove out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere has brought so much roleplay potential for you guys over the last 2 months. It's awesome. So everybody got 350 experience for the roleplay, which brings Gray to 12,197, Aurora 12,335, and the rest of the party to 14,035. So we will hold off on your guys' hit die rolls and leveling until you take a long rest, because that's when it takes effect. So I will let you know when to throw those dice into Roll20, and we'll go from there. But I will say a pre-congratulations to level 6. Y'all get some cool shit at level 6.
Sorry, you repeat my level again, you cut out.
Oh, did I? Shit, sorry about that.
Hotel Wi-Fi for me.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, damn it, did I do something stupid? So it's 12,197.
Okay, thank you.
We're all 1435?
Yes, and everybody else is 1435.
Okay.
Is that her in there still moaning?
She wasn't, so I don't know what she's trying to hold now, but she wasn't.
Is she, though?
I think so.
Alright, guys, give me just one moment, please. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any other notes for us for the week.
Ooh, I get 2 channel divinities now.
Yep, when you level.
When I level.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for me? Okie dokie. Give me uno momento. I'm just taking care of one other minor thing.
Tell you earlier is D&D Beyond gave away free new dice, and I know you checked the logs, so I changed my.
Yes, beautiful, no problem. As long as it's dice is at the Spelljammer dice.
Maybe. I just know it's cool wooden dice.
Wooden ship decks in space. I love it. Okay. Alright, so just so we're all on the same page, we are starting today. We are picking today up. It is day 12. It is Thursday, the 12th of Mugem at 8 o'clock p.m.
I forgot to back my notes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and pick right on up where we left off. I have done my due diligence as far as reaching out to Kat, and I am seeing no response yet. So we will push onward without her. All right. So again, really quickly, since I don't think we had Boo Boo or Candace here, it is day 8. I'm sorry, excuse me, day 12, the 12th of Mugem. It is Thursday at 8 p.m.
So I take it the sun's going down. It's getting kind of dark.
Yeah, so the sun has at this point, let's see, being Mugem, yeah, so the sun is just about completely down at this point. It's just right at like that twilight phase where there's starting to become some purples and pinks that are fading quickly into dark. But yes, that's where we're at. And the Pool of the Plains situation, that whole conversation has just finished. The water has sunk back into the pool, and everything fell still.
So we can just contact this guy whenever we want for ever, pretty much? Like,
Yeah, I guess. He said we could use it as much as we want or need to. I don't have anything else for him right now, but it's good to know. I think that we should go take care of Night Breeze's stuff, since he kind of paid us up front.
I mean, it's getting kind of dark. Do we want to do it in the morning, or we want
I think in the morning is a good idea. I've never fought anything like. Didn't he say this was an owlbear?
Do you think we should try to get some, I don't know, shackles or?
Well, he just ignored the fuck out of you.
try to see if we can
Or
bind
maybe
him up?
like,
He's a fucking giant, isn't he?
maybe we can see if like they make special rope here to see if like there's something that we can bind him with.
I mean,
I mean,
Are
this
you
is a
gonna try to
druid's.
hug him
This is a
so we can
druid's
bind
place.
him?
No, like we're gonna try to knock him out.
knock him out, bind him, and then. But he, I
Look,
mean,
they said what
Can't-
they
can't
said
we-
is that if we have to, we might need to take them out. But if there's a possibility to bring
Yeah,
him
no,
back,
I know he'll give us a little something extra if we bring him.
I think
figure out a
that
way to bring him back alive.
If-
if I can cure this this curse, or if it is a curse, then either I try to cure it after we bind him, or we bring him back here and we can let the druids do something until they find a cure. And
I just want to make sure she's gonna kind of like motion to herself. I'm not even four feet tall. I don't know how we're gonna drag a giant.
I have a
Yes,
spell.
I'm
that
strong
we
as
can
fuck.
You are strong as fuck, but we have to be able to move. I mean, what if we get attacked while we're coming back? Or
I have a spell that I can use for strength. So I think if I use a spell on Reese, she could probably drag him back herself.
okay,
You can drag him back all natural, baby. I'm strong as fuck.
you are
I
strong.
think you might need an enhancer, Reese.
But I guess
Don't worry, I'll give you
Here's-
some performance enhancer.
I do recall in our conversation, and we can clarify with him before we leave. But Night Breeze said, if we can fix his brain, bring him back. He's not expecting us to bring him back still sick because nobody knows how to fix it, so we're just unleashing him on the grove.
Well, yeah, that's true. I think he did specifically mention not to bring him back if he's still sick.
Right.
Well, I have a question. So, every once in a while, when we were fighting those goblins, they kind of like blipped out of existence for a moment when I tried to hit them.
that shit too.
Yeah, I saw that shit. It was fucking weird. Wouldn't if we try to tie this guy up, you think maybe he might just be able to do the same fucking thing? Just kind of like, fuck your chain,
It's
you know?
possible. It's possible.
Good fucking point.
Well, I mean, their armor transported with them, so maybe anything attached to them would transport too. So he'd be like, kind of transporting, but with the rope still attached.
That makes sense.
I'm okay with bringing rope just in case, but I don't think that should be plan A.
Alright, so plan C.
Bring rope, right.
Maybe our water boy knows, have any more idea about what cure will work in the morning, maybe? He can't reach out. Can he contact us? I mean, like, he doesn't have the same thing.
No, we asked him about
we
it. I
need to
thought he
contact
didn't.
him.
Didn't we ask him about a cure for that or no? I thought
He
we
didn't
did.
know yet.
Right, he didn't know. Oh, you're saying check again. With
Yeah,
him.
check back in the morning or something.
You're not supposed to be the smart one.
He did say he'll check back.
Sometimes, it feels like somebody else is driving. And
That's the thing, I'm not thinking straight right now. It could be this whole being reincarnated thing, I guess. Floating in the nether kind of messes with you a little bit.
Right?
wouldn't know.
It's good.
Wouldn't know.
Maybe someday, but I fucking hope not.
No, well, no.
Alright, let's go get drunk, eat some food, and go to sleep.
Oh, all here.
I might have a hookup for some more weed. I did milk a cow for it. Hopefully, I can get some. Oh fuck! She was gonna get it to me in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you actually got, like, did you sign anything or did you just kind of?
Well, no. I mean, I milked a cow, and then we had some kind of agreement, and then she kind of walked away.
Did you try and stick to verbal agreements? I don't know.
Fuck.
I mean, she's a druid, so I would think so. Night Breeze has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ree, next time I'll make sure you get your money. Or your weed.
All right. Drugs first, then job
I
after.
did seem very happy.
That's
Bofer, what were you doing?
that's a good business idea.
Bofer, what were you doing?
He was holding chalices.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get drunk and eat.
I don't see what the problem
We
was.
can't get drunk here. Where are we gonna get drunk? What are we gonna drink? You guys have stuff? I gave mine away, I think.
I got a flask of oil.
I have
We can-
3 things we can drink. 2 of them harm you. So probably not.
Oh, a little bit of roulette. How about we actually rest tonight, since we're gonna go fight a giant thing and another giant thing.
Alright, we need to go get more alcohol.
I don't think he likes it here.
Yeah,
Let's
we
not
can't
break
get
the
it.
rules.
We can't get it here.
I'm sure someone has it here.
I'm going to bed before y'all cause more trouble.
Alright, Ray, let's go get some more meat pies. Or
Yeah,
wait,
fuck yeah.
if they still have
Oh,
meat
you already
pies.
said meat pies. I'm on it.
Alright,
I believe they meant to give nuts. Berries.
Berry pie.
There are some good berries though.
Or we go.
I'm sorry.
yeah, well, Gray, not everyone's a vegetarian.
I'm definitely not.
For that, I am happy.
Alright, so I think we're gonna move to like our designated sleeping spot. And potentially pick up food on the way over if we can from somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, sorry guys. I had a bunch of math I had to do because people aren't here. All right. So you guys.
We had a bunch of meth to do.
Well, I did the math before we started, but thanks for calling me out. No. Okay, so you guys are going back to your designated sleeping area, which is actually in the same area as you are right now. There was actually like a little separate area within this tent that was for this pool itself, which you didn't really know existed until you got here. So, okay. On that note, though. You guys head back into the main area. As you get in there, there are already trays of food prepared, hot. There are different meats. Looks like a lot of chicken or some sort of pheasant or bird, some sort of fowl. And lots of roasted vegetables, different fruits. I mean, just all kind of cut up. Nightbreeze is sitting there. He's got a couple of his attendants, and they are all actively eating as you guys enter through the through that rear doorway. The last one of you to step through, it kind of seals behind you, not in the same honey sealant way that it did the door when he was talking to you privately, Doc, but it does seal behind him. And he kind of gestures you to sit, and he says, "Well, I'm assuming that went well? Please, have a seat and enjoy your share of food."
Went surprisingly well, actually. I actually reached somebody.
Yeah, we got a lot
Really?
of- a lot of-
Somebody who had... I'm sorry, say again?
We got a lot of information, actually.
Wonderful. Somebody who had legitimate information is a very good thing to encounter when dealing with the Pool of the Plains. Some denizens are not so kind.
Yeah. So the glowing purple veins is actually a disease from Shadowfell. It's called Shade Touched, is what they refer to it as.
You said it's a disease?
That's what they said. That's what I have in my notes. A disease from Shadowfell. So I don't know if we can cure it. I don't know if it's being generically used as disease.
Yeah, the guy we talked to didn't know exactly how to cure it yet, but he's talking to his smart pants.
Yeah, he's smart fancy people. He said that it spreads through. He said it spreads through corruption of fear. This makes sense based on what we just dealt with, but it spreads through the corruption of fear, loss, negative emotions. It's a magical affliction. So he said
so
it
it's...
tends. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying it's strange. If it were truly a disease, I performed a restoration spell on Vidor, and it didn't do anything, though. Now that I think about it, I don't believe my version of restoration cures diseases, especially if it's magical in nature.
Do you know how long Vidor was afflicted? Because he said that there's 3 different tiers of this. So depending on how long someone's been afflicted, it may change what's needed.
I don't, unfortunately. Vidor, he's not the smartest of the druids that we have within my realm. And I'm sure that he was not feeling well much longer than it took him to come to me and say something. He's also half giant and half Goliath, which means that outside of his base level intelligence, he's also more stubborn than any dwarf you could ever imagine.
Understood, Nightbreeze. Quick question.
Yes.
Does he speak common?
Who? Vidor?
Yes.
Yes, Vidor does speak common.
Okay, thank you.
He actually speaks common quite well. He does dabble in druidic, but it's very, very base level.
Would there be something that we could possibly say to know that we're a friend of you?
That's a very good question, actually. No, there isn't anything, unless any of you... Do any of you speak druidic?
No. No.
Isn't that the whole problem? Like, he wouldn't even know who his friends are anymore?
Well, that
Oh,
and I would be in agreement with you, Ree. When he fled from here, there was something in his eyes. Literally, the whites of his eyes went bright purple, the veins began to pulsate, he began to sweat furiously, and it was almost like he was panicked beyond belief, and he bolted. He was just gone. He was definitely not himself. I have never, in countless battles, seen Vidor flee from any man, woman, child, or beast alike.
So, a few more bits of information. Part of the issue is that Korba Rithon, he was the medical officer from the ship, was on the ship. And he was the first primary contact for this affliction. However, they're going to speak with their archons to see if there's anybody else that can share anything, and he said he'd share with us. But we did find out as well, the thing that killed me, the Sorrow Sworn, as they're called, there are 5 of them. So
There are only 5 in existence, or 5 types.
there are 5 types, and at least one of each was dropped here because that's what their mission was. We believe. So we encountered Lonely, we believe, just based on the way that it interacted and the fact that it hugged me to death.
So what are these creatures, though? Are they, I cannot sense them. They are clearly not natural. Are they undead? Are they supernatural?
They're experiments.
They
But-
are spawn of the Shadowfell.
Yes, so they...
Fuck.
He started... So Northraxian?
Nolthraxian.
Nolthraxian.
Yes.
He got lost. He became corrupted. And...
I believe.
What was Nolthraxian?
I think they said it was a dragon.
Oh, a gold dragon? What the hell was a gold dragon doing on the Shadowfell?
From what we understand, he underwent a transmogrification. I'm not sure why he was there in the first place, but he just really lost himself in it, and we believe that's where it stemmed from, or they believe that's where all of this stemmed from. This whole disease, all of these Sorrow Sworn things from the Shadowfell, came from him experimenting.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
the man from the pool said that these were his experiments from him watching others twisted like he was.
Yes.
This whole experience has just been the questions being answered, but leading to more questions.
Well, finding some answers to some of your questions is at least a place to start. Yes, it will open new doors, but those new doors will allow you to uncover a final solution within your own answers, hopefully. There are many questions I still have that remain amongst the natural world, and every time I open a door and solve something that I need, I find myself staring another question in the face, but at least I have overcome the prior hurdle. It's when you stop answering questions, young Bofer, that you hit a proverbial stone wall.
It's very true in a way, but hopefully, if we come in contact with any survivors from the other ships, or even possibly some notes or books, we can probably figure out more.
Yes, I would, personally, I would highly encourage all of you to keep very, very keen detail on anything that has to do with this ship, with this vessel. If you're lucky enough, maybe you'll even find this medical officer and be able to do your clergy magic and have a conversation. I would keep that at the forefront as well, young Bofer. Your ability to speak with the fragmented spirit of a dead person, so long as obviously they have a mouth, is wonderful. You were able to obtain answers from your own friend here, and look, within the course of 24 hours, she was back anew.
And that's a very good point. If that's something you're able to do, Bofer, even if this medical director is dead, we may still be able to get answers. That being said, since we know that there is potentially a cure, how do you want us to handle this mission we're doing for you?
I've already told you. You need to, until we know the cure, I cannot risk the entirety of my circle for anything. I cannot keep captives. I do not know how this magical disease, as you explained it, spreads. I do not know how it infects. I don't know who it targets What it chooses, I don't know anything about it, and therefore it cannot remain within the sanctity of my circle or my grove. So, for the sake of this mission in particular, all manner of creatures, I say again, all manner of creatures that have the clear markings of this illness, purple veins, swirling in shadows, as you said, apparently there was some diving in and or around shadows, those creatures must be eliminated. If we can find a cure in the future, we can take the bodies of those who we need and we can have them reincarnated. No problem. But I cannot risk the entirety of this grove for anyone. And my druids know that.
Okay, and that's kind of the conclusion we had come to as well.
It's not the conclusion I want to come to, but for the sake of everybody here, especially a circle in its infancy, I cannot risk it.
So if we do come in contact with Vidor and we are unable to find a cure in Mordin's name, and we take him out, would you like us to bring him back so you can reincarnate?
No. If you can, keep his body in as best of condition as you possibly can, but leave it where you find it. And I say that because if these veins don't vanish, or if this illness is something that is disease-ridden, and his body comes back to our inner sanctum, and can possibly infect others, even though he is dead, I do not want to risk it. So please, leave all corpses where they lie. Nature itself, and at this point he kind of slaps his hand on the ground and you see vines kind of like grow up and around his hand, almost pulling it down into the earth a little bit. Nature will take its course of action should it deem it necessary.
Understood.
Kind of pulls his hand out and starts eating berries again.
I look to the group. So I guess we should rest and in the morn speak to our contact and then get out of here.
I think that's the best idea. Yeah.
Very well. If there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, then so be it. If not, please eat, drink, be merry, and I will see you all in the morning, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you.
He kind of bows and stands up. He kind of taps his two confidants on the shoulder. They stand up and they follow him out of the tent, leading out into the actual inner sanctum. And they are gone, and you guys are left to your devices.
I sincerely hope that those creatures can't swim.
Why?
Because the largest part of that ship went down in the ocean. If the one that crashed here survived, then I sincerely hope those drowned.
That's a pretty fair point. It's also possible they stayed in case. I remember he was saying something about a casing with black ichor in it that was housing them while they were being transported. If they didn't all break open, it's possible some of them might still be contained. Again, that's assuming that there's only one of each kind.
I mean, it did come down in a giant ball of fire. In
Yeah,
multiple pieces.
that's definitely something we have to think about.
Yeah. I feel like the likelihood of them being in their goo is pretty low.
Well, one of us has to be an optimist in this group.
Not me. Fuck that.
Oh, not me.
I've seen too much shit to be an optimist.
I've seen a lot of shit too, but I feel like as the local resident gnome, it's maybe my responsibility to keep spirits up. Although I feel like that should be Bard's job.
I feel like that should be alcohol's job, but we don't have that.
I'd have something coming in the morning to help us with the optimism.
I hope so.
I really fucking hope so too.
We're going to turn this into a game of Dungeons and Drug Addicts.
Hey, it's Prime Day.
Let's go.
All right, roll for addiction, assholes. God damn it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Okay. I'm glad that he confirmed what I was thinking. I've seen diseases spread. I've had to, witness it taking whole communities down and out at times. So, what he's saying makes total sense to me. Leave it where it lies. They can get to it, especially if it's here in the Grove. It's not like he doesn't know everything about the Grove. So,
Do y'all ever think about like the combat we went through, the lives we took?
of course.
Sometimes.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
Feels like much longer.
Aye.
Lucy, give me a perception check, please.
Yep. The nights go by a lot slower without alcohol or whatever Reed's been giving us.
I haven't been giving you anything.
Wink, wink.
If you need
Oh,
help,
that.
if you need help falling asleep, I could probably help you. With the initial
Twice.
part of it.
Okay, the first one is 22.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see a second one yet, but it might. Maybe it's coming. But I see a 22 here.
Rolling really slowly.
Oh,
The
no,
fire.
there it is. There's
Fire.
there's the 13. So, with the 22 perception, Lucy, you, or as Gray is kind of sitting here, everybody's kind of talking, winding down. You look up and around. She's fucking gone. You like kind of do a double take. You kind of like look up and around over all the other small people, and you're like, wait a minute. Did she even come back through the... Did she even go into the room with the pool of the planes? Like, you're trying to backtrack now in your head when the last time you saw her was. You can't fucking remember, but she's not in this room with you.
I think he'll literally, like, out loud go, 1, 2, 3.
Duck, 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 duck.
Like, yeah.
Shit, I lost one. You good?
We're missing someone.
I'm gonna
One
check
of the
my
short-
bag.
You all look the same to me now. Where's the other one?
Beaufort immediately pops his backpack open and starts rummaging through it. Everything that you had in there does appear to be in there. But your left gauntlet is missing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's the one that's not. It's not the holy symbol.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I got our money back.
Missing the one that shot me in the neck.
She still has
Where'd she go?
about 300 gold pieces worth of platinum.
It's fine. No, she doesn't.
You didn't?
She gave it all. She kept a handful of gold.
She's a ranger. She'll pop up somewhere.
Yeah, she likes to brood in places. She'll be fine.
Well,
Great. Do you want
um,
to play some music for us to calm down to?
Yes. I'll give it a try.
And make sure
Calm
it's
down,
not
though, might
mediocre
not
this
be
time.
All right. So what are you doing then, Gray? What is your performance?
Right, so I guess I have an ability, but it's only supposed to work for short rests. So I don't know if it'll work.
I mean, this is just flavor. You're gonna get that short rest back anyways. So yeah, what's your flavor? What are you doing?
Hold on, sorry, let me just try and find it.
I'm assuming the
Maybe
Song
you
of
should
Rest.
start, yeah, that's the one.
I got you. I knew where you were going with it. And
Yeah.
what instrument are you playing? Are you playing the drum, the flute, hand drum?
It'll be the big drum.
The
Preferred
big drum.
instrument.
Fuck yeah! All right. All right. So
Like
yeah,
I said, calming not so much, but
how does it feel to them when you begin to perform the Song of Rest? Like, does it over time lull them into a sleep, into their long rest?
sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, give me just a little bit of info. Like, how does your performance? How does your Song of Rest? What does it aesthetically do for the group?
Aesthetically, I think Gray's isn't like an actual Song of Rest. I think it's more of it'll be like this kind of rhythmic drumming that like gets the like blood pumping kind of, where it's like ready to go, ready to continue on.
Perfect.
Controllable faster.
Absolutely. So you got this massive fucking war drum. that you start to kind of just go through the throes of what all of you have heard before. I mean, dwarven culture, definitely goblin culture, even gnomish culture. You hear war drums. You've heard war drums performed in battles as well. And you've heard the bards, quote unquote, the great bards perform in groups with other bards, and the one who has the war drum really usually is the one that shines. So, Gray, go ahead and give me a performance check. I know that this is just a standard thing, but I'm just curious to see kind of where you are.
I don't have a good history with the... Yeah, it continues. It's at 13.
No, a 13's not bad. So Song of Rest is something that you innately know, and anything above a 10 is better than average. So, yeah, 13. So it goes pretty well. I mean, these guys couldn't tell the fucking difference. What do they know about music? Every slip-up and mistake is like, oh, shit, he's changing it up on us. So he goes through this whole, rhythmic war drum performance that... At a couple points, as you guys are starting to feel like, oh man, this could lull me to sleep, it feels like a heartbeat. All of a sudden, he gets to this point where, holy shit, your eyes pop wide open and you start to feel your heart race and you're like, oh shit, I want to go fight something now. Thankfully, you're capable of subduing yourself for the most part, as you are relatively tired. And you guys find yourself at the end of the performance, ready for rest. Is anybody want to do anything prior to this long rest?
He hadn't given me the wood or anything yet, right?
He hadn't given you the what?
I had asked for wood to
Whittle wood.
to whittle.
Oh, no, he has not provided you with wood yet.
But no.
Okay. All right, so for the sake of brevity, we'll say as the Song of Rest concludes, you all find yourselves next to a smoldering campfire inside the Archdruid's tent, and you drift off to sleep. You awake in the morning. It is Friday, the 13th of Mugem.
No.
Yup, it is. Friday the 13th of Mugem at about 9 in the morning, when you all finally crack your crusty little goofy looking eyes open. Nobody's woken you up before now, but you've all gotten a legitimate night's sleep. And a legitimate night's sleep is if anybody was suffering more than one level of exhaustion, you recover 2. So, but I don't think we had any... Did anybody have exhaustion? Was it... Beaufort, you were good still? Yeah, everybody was good. Okay, so you all wake up feeling great. As you do so, you see that around you have been placed bowls of fresh fruit, roasted nuts, smoked meats, pitchers of milk. Yeah, you guys awake. What would you like to do?
First thing I'm gonna do is look around to see if Aurora came back.
There is no sign of her whatsoever.
Ration check.
I have 8.
I have 2.
I have 0 at the moment. Do you think we could grab some good berries before we leave?
I also have none.
I mean, you can ask. They've been very accommodating already, so.
To be fair, there are large bowls of nuts and fruit and stuff lying around you. You could easily, with what's here, after you guys eat for your morning meal, you could probably gather enough rations for, I'd say, another 6 or 7 meals. Not for all of you, but, individual meals. So at least one more, good hearty meal. But yeah, you could, obviously you can ask.
Beaufort, do you want me to carry... You want me to just throw together, some rations for us from what they've left for us here, and I can put it in with the others?
That'd probably be a good idea. I'm currently carrying a lot as it is.
I had a feeling. Why don't you carry 1 on you just in case? So I'm gonna put 5 in mine, and he will put 1 in his.
You want one of my rations, Greg?
Sure, thank you.
There you go. Put a nice little extra nuts in there for you, buddy.
Oh boy.
Suits me just fine.
silly question, but is that the rations we're making? Is that after we've eaten already, or is that what's there in?
Yes, no. So that's after you have consumed
Okay.
one quote unquote meal. Now, a ration will typically is if you consume a ration, it is enough food for 1 day. You are not getting days worth of rations. You are getting individual meals worth of rations. These are like sub rations.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually put this in just for our own record. I'm gonna put it in as like I'll have 10 total instead of 8, instead of going up to 13. Does that make sense?
Sure, totally fine. Ree, as you start to annihilate the food that is around you, drink the drink that is here, you realize that lying next to your right hand as you were kind of waking up is a small brown leather pouch tied off with a red piece of string.
We will pick it up and take a peek inside. Give a little whiff.
Yeah, so as you oh, you're taking a whiff. Okay, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Strong, huh?
I know what it
And
is.
also, I'm gonna place my blessing on me this time.
Oh, okay. Oh, give me. Yep. Okay, so Constitution saving throw. Okay, so we're good there. Really quickly, can I please have Kevin roll a D12 and roll 20, Beaufort roll a D8, and Candace roll a D8 for your hit dice. You all can now take effect to your level, so go ahead and level yourselves. Candace, that counts as 2.
Boo earns.
And Brandon, or I'm sorry, Boo Boo, that counts as 2 as well. So you guys do 2 plus your Constitution modifier. So when you go to level up, don't just take the average. Make sure you make it 2 and then have it add your Con modifier. And Kevin, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Yeah,
wait,
that's
I'm
good.
I'm just rolling one of those,
have
right?
a +5. Wait, no, I have a +6.
Okay, well, you have a +6 what?
+3 in con, +1 dwarven resilience, +2 equals 6.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. And I'm sorry, Kevin, what was the question? You're only rolling one what?
I'm sorry, you said, what were you saying about rolling 2 dice? Do you say somebody's rolling? Okay, I think I must have misunderstood.
I'm trying to think what I actually said now. I don't know what I said, to be honest with you. I'm
No
so
worries.
sorry. Okay.
No worries.
No, everybody did on screen exactly what they were supposed to do.
Perfect.
And don't forget to, Kevin, I believe you have toughness, so don't forget to add your toughness thing. Unless it automatically adds it for you, then disregard anything I'm saying. Okay, so 23 Constitution saves. So as you pop it open, you immediately go to take a whiff, and you feel some sort of weird, like, dust hit your nose and then, like, go deep into your sinus cavity. And it smells nothing like halfling weed. It actually smells kind of like if you were to grind up portobello mushrooms and then throw like citrus into it. And as you're like, whoa, what the fuck? You kind of sit back and all of a sudden your pupils dilate fucking huge. And you begin to see these little tiny motes of energy floating around, one mode of energy around each individual in the room. There's a jet black one hovering around Gray. Around the spear, you see a bright blue mote of energy hovering around the tip of the spear. Around Doc, you see a gray mote of energy spinning around, and around Beaufort, you see a fiery red mote hovering around his body, and a second one around the gauntlet with the holy symbol. You glance around the room, and you notice that every so often you see this little tiny, almost animalistic mote of energy materialize in either a green, red, blue, or white. For just a moment, a little rabbit in white or red, whoop, hop, hop, and then vanish. And it begins to trip you the fuck out. You do not freak out. You maintain your composure, but you are actively hallucinating.
So everybody's just like watching Reed, just like, holy fucking shit! You guys see this shit?
Is that your payment?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I think so. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Wow.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can? I mean, obviously something's going on, but I want to see if it's just simple high or if something else bad is happening.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check. 13. As you get close to Ree, you kind of like pop her eyes open. You kind of feel like the sides of her cheeks. You feel the palms of her hands. She is definitely 100% hallucinating. Full-blown hallucinations. There is absolutely no doubt. Her eyes look like she was just given a hit of acid. But with that being said, she is keeping her composure very fucking well.
Hey, Doc, quick question. You were saying that the thing they have is a sickness or a disease.
Ofer doesn't give a fuck.
What? What? Sorry, what?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Let's get some food in maybe
Talking-
some water.
Yeah, that might be a good. Hey, Ree, are you okay?
I'm fine, man. I'm
And
really
you're just
good.
gonna see this fiery just thing all around me.
Oh man, it's kind of weird. You're on fire a little bit. Nah, I'm fine. I'm good. How you doing? You're on fire though, but how you doing?
That's a really good compliment in Dwarven culture.
All right.
We'll probably wave the spear in front of her eyes, which are like this big. So he's gonna be like,
Oh my god, let's go keep doing it. Wait, what moat is around gray?
Dark black. Like, it is just jet black around gray, but around the spear, you see this little blue zippy one just kind of like zip, 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 zip.
That's so cool. Your spear has got its own little thing. So, wait, what color is Reese? Can I see mine?
Actually, yes, you can. So as you kind of like look down at your hands, you see around your fists, one around each fist is this big, beefy, almost rat-like furry brown mote of energy slowly spinning. As you look at your body, however, you see a very dull, almost stone color mote spinning super, super slow.
That's cool. That's so cool. You guys are cool. This is awesome. Got any more of that? Got any more of that pie, that meat pie over there? I'm gonna tack some more of that.
Well,
Go ahead, Ree.
Make sure you level up, by the way.
Sweet.
oh, yours.
I say that because you get expertise again, so you get to pick 2 more skills.
thank you.
Very important.
Yeah, so why don't we take some time, let Ree come down, and, because we need her. What did you ask me, Gopher?
I was asking if this thing is a curse or a disease.
Well, when we were talking with him, he said it was a disease, but it's a Shadowfell disease, so even if it's a normal disease for the Shadowfell, that doesn't mean it can be treated by our treatments.
Okay, so
There are illnesses and ailments outside of medicine's
because
control.
I can remove curses, but yeah, if it's magical, it remains cursed. So I don't think I can remove the curse.
Okay. And again, it might not even work. You
That's
know,
true.
there were older methods that they used to try to drain illnesses out by draining blood, and I don't think that's gonna work either.
I heard about that.
I think that honestly, I mean, that was obviously well established healers. I think that what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do what we discussed with Night Breeze. If they are diseased, we need to take them out for the safety of the Grove, and Night Breeze and the Grove will do what they have to do to get them back when the time comes. But we need to go handle this now so that we can move on to the next step of finding the cure, so that way we can potentially save others without having to have them go through reincarnation and potentially not come back.
Yeah, more people just turn into gnomes, and that'd be bad.
Hey.
What? No,
I second
no, I don't mean that. No, it's not bad. I mean, it's just like there are too many gnomes. If there's too many, fuck. I'm gonna keep eating my pie.
That's a good idea, Ree.
Doc, as you're sitting there, you feel kind of this weird, funny static in your head. You kind of glance around and you're like, oh, shit, what the hell is that? My sweet little kitten?
Wait, did she like visibly make that?
Yeah.
No, he's saying shit too. Need to get away from my drugs.
My sweet little kitten, I sure hope that you have made it back from the beyond. Please just let me know that you're alright.
I heard you in the stream, just so you know, but I don't think I heard you in Discord. Yeah.
He might be just talking to you, or trying to talk to you.
So, it's 20, is it 20 or 25 words? It's 25, right?
Yep.
Okay. So she'll say, she's just kind of like looking up and around right now to everybody else, but in her mind she'll say back, yes, I'm alive. I'm sorry you found out from them. I'm also sorry, not so much a kitten anymore.
Okay. You feel the static kind of fizz from your mind, and it goes dull.
Did you guys tell Xavier that I died?
Maybe.
I believe the dwarf did.
I sent him a nice little rhyme.
You sent him a rhyme?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a poem.
It was a pretty poem.
I'm sure he appreciated that. Did you? So, well, he knows I'm alive now, so that's good.
Yeah, he seemed very upset.
Yeah, I'm hoping that. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm sure it's fine.
Hannah, serious note, did you guys actually hear me in Discord or no?
No.
No? Nobody heard me. What the fuck? Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna test something out real quick. Tell me if you can hear this, okay?
Hello, master?
Yep.
Thank you.
Here, John.
Can you hear me with the echo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, sorry. I figured out what I did wrong. I have to push multiple buttons in order to talk because I'm using Discord as well. I have a stream deck now, by the way, thanks to Candace, so it makes all of these different voices really fucking easy to access. Okay. Please, continue.
So. Okay. So Ree needs to chill.
No, I'm feeling great. Just everything just looks weird.
Has anybody?
I can see things floating around your head. That's all. It's fine. It's fine. It's normal. It's just fucking. It's the life we live now.
Like bugs or like what do you?
I don't fucking know. I guess it's like it could be like a bug, like bug made out of energy. There's like this little like rabbit thing that keeps like popping in and out of like the tent every once in a while. A little floating glowing rabbit.
Don't you see rabbits and you try to calm down?
I do. Yeah.
So maybe maybe you're high.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally fucking high.
Oh.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, I took a whiff of the bag here. You want a whiff?
I really the curiosity.
You gonna kill the cat?
Well,
Cat's already dead.
Yeah. Maybe a little too soon. Maybe later.
All right.
Right, I'm way too curious. I'll take some.
Okay, what do you mean you're going to take some? So you take the bag.
Or I can have like a small bit. I'd be like, how does this work?
I mean, I just took a whiff and then I started seeing shit.
Yeah, then I guess he'll try and do like the same.
Okay, so yeah, you like put your nose up to bag and you're just like, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That was so much.
Oh no.
I don't think he'd do that much for you.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well.
What's actually in the
Absolutely
bag?
not.
Is it
Especially with
powder?
my constitution.
Yeah, I don't even think you've even looked yet, but yes, you can look in just a moment. Constitution 12. Okay, so you as you into the bag, you kind of your eyes for a moment you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And you sit down, like literally you sit all the way down and you just drop the bag. Suddenly, you see what is the equivalent of these motes of energy kind of materialize around you. The same thing I've already described to Ree. However, you see them as large-sized elementals of their same given color. The ones around Bofer, his whole body erupts into flames as this massive fire elemental looms over him and stares down at you. The gray and the brown over Ree turn into massive stone and earth elementals looking at you. You see your own moat kind of shift and shudder into this large shadowy figure, very obtrusive above you. And as that happens, you see other smaller elementals kind of materialize into these large forms and then fade away out of the periphery of your vision. You immediately panic and you flop onto your back as your eyes dilate and you begin to trip hard and bad.
Out of commission.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
Ree,
close
can you
up
walk?
this bag. Yeah, I can. I can walk right.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can walk, no problem. And actually, Ree, as you're grabbing the bag, since it was open, go ahead and make a nature check for me. I'll give you a shot on this one since you have already ingested it and you're in your right state of well, you're in a semi state of mind. That's correct.
Not bad.
Okay, so as you grab it, you definitely, as you kind of like look inside, what it appears to be is it does look like a dust, but it's like a multicolored dust. It's almost like a glitter. And as you look closer, you realize, even touching it ever so slightly out of curiosity, it appears to be, through your eyes, a bag of glowing mushroom spores.
Oh, fuck, more mushrooms.
Now, you've never seen them before, but you are definitely convinced that it is mushroom dust, mushroom spores of some sort.
Nice.
All right, Ree. Well, help me drag this. Whatever he's tripping on. Let's drag him. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna both grab him by both arms.
Okay, where are you dragging him? He's in the tent that you guys are in.
We're dragging him to the pool of the plains.
Okay, you drag him. Gray, are you accepting this? You have control of yourself still, barely.
Okay. So I think as
Resist,
like Beaufort specifically with his fire shit getting closer, Gray's gonna like I guess move away from Beaufort specifically.
Yeah, and I mean, you see a looming fire elemental moving towards you, so you guys see Gray begin to panic. He looks up at you like, oh shit, and he begins to push his way with his feet, with his back dragging on the floor towards the opposite end of the tent.
You know what? Maybe we should just let him chill for a little while. I mean, I feel like if he's freaking out, probably the last thing he wants to do is look at a fucking water elemental dude from another plane of existence.
He's looking at me.
What? Because you're on fire, bro. I mean, I'm a little concerned about it, but I feel good
No, I'm
at the
not.
same time.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at both my hands or my gauntlets.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're on fire.
you look all right to you, Beaufort, but no, he's got some fiery shit going on, you guys. Trippers.
Yeah.
So what is you said Reese is like a little rat. What would that be like for me? Just this giant rat monster.
No, the ratness was more of like just a brown furry elemental moat. To you though, you see a massive looming earth elemental. So it literally looks like somebody took, a chunk out of the side of a mountain and then said, here's a little face, kind of. Here's feet, kind of. Here's arms, maybe. Go.
Yeah, Reese definitely wouldn't scare him as much because that one looks like it'll burn him one touch. So.
Yeah, it's terrifying, and your own spear even. Which, by the way, as you look down, you have not let go on the grip of the spear. But you see this massive, probably man-sized, human-sized lightning elemental standing and looming down at you. Actually, speaking of that.
Boy, here he comes.
Yeah, and you hear as you look up at it,
Master? Is you okay? You're looking kinda funny, Jot.
Does the elemental itself speak?
absolutely.
Maybe more terrifying.
I think like the image itself would go into Gray's mind of like, what the fuck? It's like to him the voice and the like image does not match in the slightest.
No, and it doesn't. Not at all.
This is what you look like? What? He's gonna try and like grab at the air.
So yeah, you guys see him kind of like grabbing up at the air, and you hear him say, "So that's what you look like? You, Gray, here."
Of course this is what I look like, Master. Are you crazy? Are you silly? Oh no! You're stoned!
Ree, what's going on?
He's still gonna point to like Ree's elemental.
As that's happening, by the way, as Jot is talking, you guys do see that crackle of electricity around his hand holding the spear and around his own eyes as he's talking up to something that is clearly not there.
I think he's just tripping out a little bit. He's just like seeing things that's not there.
A little bit.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. He does that. He's a weird one, I suppose. But yeah, you know what? Let's just let him do his thing. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
So Gray, whoever you're talking to, you can follow us. But yeah, let's go this way. I'm gonna nod my head.
Great, baby. You just sit and chill. And just relax. Just eat some nuts. And she'll throw like a bag of nuts at him. Just like a handful of nuts.
And there's like this, as the earth elemental hurls this this fistful of nuts at you, it looks like boulders are being flung from the ether of this thing's fist onto you, and you recoil instinctively, and they kind of like turn into pebbles and just smack you in the face and chest.
Roll.
Did you say duck and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just, oh god.
Okay, this is getting weird.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna keep this pouch sealed.
That's a good idea. We should use that for people we don't like.
So, Ree, as you begin to like kind of tie the pouch up, you feel something sturdy inside the pouch. You instinctually pop it back open, and as you put your hand in and pull it out, there's a very tiny wooden pipe that has been whittled into the shape of a mushroom.
Ooh. Nice. She'll pull out the pipe and like just kind of like put it in like another like in her belt if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so we'll say that for now, Doc, she's had her headphones on, so she knows what's happened here. So you two are getting up and you are going towards the Pool of the Plains, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and Doc, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'd probably be doing the same thing. Doc's pretty frustrated that Aurora's not around. I guess, actually, I might try to look around for her, too.
Okay, so what are you going to do? Because that's...
Not like in depth, but at least when I'm going to follow them, but as I'm walking, I'm going to be actively looking to try to see if I can...
Okay, absolutely. Make a perception check for me, please.
Hey, those meat pies were pretty good last night.
So fucking banging.
They were great, right?
17.
17, you do not see any sign of Aurora anywhere.
Okay.
Sorry, Lucy. I apologize, man. We got a little delay because, you're in fucking Ghana. Go ahead.
I think like after a few minutes, Gray would come rushing out of the tent because it's like now there's nothing except the giant shadow and Electric Man. It's like definitely not staying with the Electric Man. At least I'll go with like the others.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna follow them into the Pool of the Plains room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get up from your trip and you begin to run away from the Shadow Man and Jot, who at this point has continually just been like, Master! Master! Master!
Master? Master, where are you going? I love you! Master, how come you run away from me? What's going on? Hey, Master, come back here! I love you! I need your affection! Hug me! I have to pee!
And as you burst through the doorway, as everybody else has gone into the Pool of the Plains and started to set themselves up around it, you burst open, and literally before you is the giant fire elemental, the stone elemental, and this crazy, like, almost like gray, shadowy, like semi-amorphous form of maybe like a cloud or something. You're not entirely sure. Around the pool of the plains, my tripping friends, what you see is thousands of little tiny firefly-sized motes of every color of the rainbow kind of spinning in and around the water of this thing. Lucy, what you see is the same exact thing, but probably about the size of a mephit, which, to give you kind of a descriptor, is about the size of a small kobold with wings. And there are thousands of them cycling in and out of this pool. Okay, so you've approached the pool of the plains.
Doc, I'm gonna go ahead and let you do your thing.
Okay. Let's see. So I will approach the pool and I will be thinking Glacius Arturius, hand of the hand. And then I will put my hand on top of it.
Okay, so as you do so, you reach down and you touch the top of the pool, and again, just like there was before, there's a flash of light that ripples across the pool, and excuse me, and coming up from the pool, I'm going to show this to you guys again, just so you can see the image of it. You see the face materialize, the water genasi Azamar creep up and out of the pool, just from the chest up, and you see the familiar face of Glacius Arturius appear.
Does he have a thing?
Yes, there is a moat of water, which is like a blue kind of liquidy looking moat. Ree sees that. Lucy, you essentially see this huge water elemental kind of rise up that has a golden halo around its head.
You said it was like 9 a.m. Okay.
Yep, he looks out kind of around you. He blinks a few times as if he's almost kind of like pseudo-stunned, kind of coming back into this reality.
Hello again. Sorry to bother you. We just wanted to come and check in before we head out. We have to go seek out some local residents who've been afflicted by the Shadowfell disease. And we weren't sure if you had learned anything more.
Good morning, creatures of the prime material. I apologize. I have not been able to obtain any information, as the primary medical officer who is aboard the vessel has not reported in. What I can tell you is that I have spoken with those who may have had information regarding the Sorrow Sworn, and the primary objective in bringing them back to the City of Light was for experimentation and study, as we did not ourselves know the cure yet for the disease or magical ailment they possessed. I am sorry.
It's okay. Do we know for sure how many they had? Do we know if there was one of each kind, if they had multiple of each kind?
Unfortunately, we do not know the numbers, but we are aware that there were multiple of each, as we sent our crew of the Golden Chalice to collect at least one of each of their kind. Our assumption is Milthraxian had many spawn, many followers, but we are unsure of their raw numbers.
I have a question.
Yes. Dwarf of Moradine, what are your questions?
So I'm not sure if you have on your side of the plane, do you have anyone that's capable of using the high schools of magic?
We have some here in the City of Light who are capable of performing upwards of the 8th circle of magic. What is it you require?
Well, as you see, we have to come to to this place to be able to speak with you. However, we will be in the field conducting conducting our work, and was curious that if you find anything, that you could communicate with us using a sending spell, because I know that we can send them across different planes of existence, with one minor setback of it not coming through.
That is true, Dwarf of Moradine. There is a potential for a sending spell to fail over the planes of existence. However, I myself can perform the sending ritual as need be, as the Hand of the Hand has imbued me with that power on behalf of Foltis. So I can reach out to you should I find out anything else that would be pertinent to your own mission while you are unavailable to whatever artifact it is you are communicating to me through. With me through.
Understood. That would be much appreciated, as it would cost us many hours of time to come back here.
The only caveat, Dwarf of Moradine, is that I require your true name in order to contact you.
Oh boy.
Unless you'd rather have me contact one of your companions.
True names are very, very powerful.
I'm well aware of what those in the Nine Hells require for their contracts, Dwarf of Moradine. But in order for my magic to work, I need to know who I'm reaching out to. Either you or one of your companions must give me a true name.
My name is Patcher of Wombs Timbers.
Hi, I'm Joel Rithy.
He glances over at the two who have kind of talked, and he says,
Jolariffy.
That's me.
And Patcher of Wounds Timbers. Right. Very well. I will reach out to either one of you through the name you've given me, should I obtain any more information on what we've discussed so far.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Do we have any other things that we need to talk about, Doc, or should we head out?
I don't think so. I think this was the main thing just before we went out. Because if there's anything we could do to quell... Actually, am I correct in saying disease? That was what I had in my mind, but I wanted to make sure I was thinking correctly.
The issue, Patcher of Wounds Timbers, is that we needed these subjects for research and study, and the Golden Chalice did not make it to our plane of existence. Instead, it crash-landed on yours. I need your help, as much as you need mine. Find these creatures for me. Bring me whatever remains that you can find. Find out any information you can about them, or that the crew had on them, or on the crew in general. And I will do everything within my power to ensure both of our realms of existence, as well as the entirety of the universe, is safe from Nothraxian's touch.
I believe the only thing we've found so far is just the names, right? That's all we found was just the names of the people. I think that's all we found. And then chalices, but...
My suggestion to you as a contingent, a group, party, whatever it is you call yourselves, is to identify the vessel pieces wherever they've landed, seek out anybody you may know who has any information about them, and investigate them as thoroughly as you possibly can to obtain any information the crew may have had before their landing. If you are lucky enough to find any of the crew intact, and you can bring them back from the dead, or speak with their corpses, I encourage you to do so, as they may have valuable information for you. And for us.
One more question.
Of course, Dwarf of Moradine.
Were there any other books besides the captain's log usually kept on a ship of this type of exploration and experimentation and research?
The only thing that would be kept, at least according to protocol, upon a spelljammer would be the quartermaster's log, the mercenary contract log, and the captain's log.
We should probably try to find the quartermaster's log.
To be fair, that doesn't mean that other individuals didn't keep journals, diaries, notes. We don't control the crew directly, so if the captain had other directives, that may have been something of interest.
We will try to find any other notes or logs taken, and we'll let you know.
Yes, that is highly encourageable. And please report back to me whenever you can, with any information you can. And if you can perform the sending spell or any of your companions, whether it be through scroll or innate means, just remember, my name is Glacius Arturius, Hand of the Hand.
Keep that in mind. If we don't have any more questions, we will send away.
I think I'm good.
Doug?
I've got nothing else. I can't think of anything else.
Very well. If that is all you require of me, I will reattend to my morning duties, and I thank you for reaching out again. Good luck, and Godspeed. In the name of Foltus, may the brightest light shine forever in the darkness.
And about that time, you see the water shake ever so slightly and then kind of collapse back into the pool unceremoniously, and within almost a second, fall completely still.
Okay. So I still don't know where Aurora is. I was trying to keep an eye out for her while we were walking over here, but I don't know where she went. I'm not sure if she's coming back.
We know she knows how to find us, and we'll be here for a little while. We'll see if she finds us.
The first time she left, she had a reason. So now I'm just...
I mean, she did just become a new race, so she might be trying to figure out what's going on there.
Right, so
I
did
got
I.
lost in the dire ferns.
Or that, yeah,
That's a
that's a
possibility, I guess.
possibility.
That definitely did happen to her before.
Either way, when we come back, I'll see if I can use a spell to find her if she hasn't found us already.
Stop it.
Step away for a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'll stay here and keep everyone company. Hope everyone watching is having a good time. Arturius is pretty cool, eh? Really like the artwork done for that. I don't know if that was done by Kevin or not. Got Kevin Goins. Hey Xavier, you're back. Cool.
Oh, hi. Honestly, I wish that artwork was done by Kevin Goins, but no, it was not. Kevin has done all of my artwork exclusively, but because I have so many things I want to show you guys, I have to do a lot of Google image searches and then sift through, hundreds of shit images to find exactly what I'm looking for. So yeah, no, that one fortunately was not.
I like it either way. I think it's really cool, like the water on the face and on the chin as well.
Yeah, what I was kind of going for was to really make sure that he had that water genasi appearance, but also to more than that look like he had just risen up his visage out of water, right? I wanted him to look like he was a true water being, which is funny because you might meet him in person and be like, oh fuck, this is just what you look like it normally? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's really neat. I do a lot of well, obviously there's a shitload of artwork that goes into this stuff. I want you guys to see. I want you guys to have the best, you know?
Honestly, I really appreciate it. It's been awesome.
I mean, I'm all about immersion. That's, you know, through all the campaigns that I run within this universe, I've been gung-ho about making sure that either audio, my own vocal, story, and artwork is all 100% immersive for, you know, everybody.
Awesome. Also, now I've got a question.
Yeah.
During that whole conversation, was Jot still going, talking that whole time?
He wasn't going the whole time. Like, once you got in the room, you heard him say,
Oh, this is a little bit different.
and then everything kind of faded away. Almost like he was taken aback by, the, you know, just the presence of the room as a whole.
Awesome.
Okay.
I love Jot.
Jot is an absolute fucking badass.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but he's definitely adorable.
Okay, yeah, adorable. Maybe an adorable badass eventually. We'll see what happens with the spear.
One day. Meepo wants, so we'll see.
Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, so you guys have finished the conversation with the pool of the plains. What is it that you would like to do now?
Go punch ourselves a giant? Quarter giant? 3/4 giant?
Yeah, we're gonna have to start moving that way.
Right, because he's a Goliath and also a half giant. So that makes him a 3/4 giant? I'm bad at math.
All right. So as you guys exit the tent, you exit the tent as a whole. You get out into the open, and the druids are going about their business. You know that you have to go northeast, which is an easy enough direction to begin to head. As you begin to head northeast, however, your spores have kind of settled down to a point where you just very barely make out the faint pulsating light that is these motes of energy. Gray, however, yours is still going very strong to the point where, since you failed your Constitution saving throw, you barely make it out of the tent without having an absolute mental breakdown. And you guys see, he is sweating. He is very, very nervous.
I got you, babe. Just hold my hand. We're good.
He's probably looking at like every individual and like small creature.
The outside is 10 times worse than the inside. The trees with the purple, the bright, vibrant red, all these different crazy colored, the blue, the copper, those trees as a whole are like gargantuan, draconic spirits that have taken the color of the tree that they are. And as soon as you step out, all of the heads of them immediately turn towards Gray and look down and smile.
God, I hate these growth.
And it is at that point that, because of your failed Constitution saving throw, you refuse to exit the Archdruid's sanctum. You are effectively under fear until further notice.
It's gonna turn into just a shut-in.
Ah, fuck. Hey, can Bover, do you got anything for Gray over here? You got anything?
What's wrong?
As you guys are stepping out, you pretty much see Gray stop and go, nope, and back into the Archdruid's like tent.
Yeah, that. I think my drugs broke him. I think my drugs broke him.
See, Gray, we have to go. Can you fix this buffer?
I don't think I can. Hey, we can always drag him out.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's kind of scrawny.
He is pretty scrawny.
He's really tall.
He is. He's lanky. He's big, awkward.
Well, we could just push the knees in, and then he'll be our height then. Like push him from the back. You know how that a thing where you like kind of hit them in the back of the knee and they fall down. You can drag and pull them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we can try. We can try to do that. I'm gonna try to grapple him and try to get him.
I mean, we're gonna carry him. Why don't we try to just see if we can get it fixed? Carrying him out there.
Yeah, right.
Gray, what's scary?
Am I able to like cast spells on myself?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Then, I guess. Oh yeah, definitely. So since all these trees and shit are scaring him, he's just gonna cast blindness on himself.
On himself? Okay.
Like, I prefer the blindness to this, and just goes.
That's kind of fair. Actually.
Oh, shit. Okay, so what was your blindness effect again, Lucy?
Just to like.
The hands, right? Like the shadow claws.
Yeah.
So as Gray backs quickly into the tent again, you guys are all out there conversing. You step back in to attempt to essentially manhandle the hallucinating bard, and you see him backed against one of the walls, and you see the very familiar two shadowy hands covering his eyes, and you see like around his own fist he's got this dark shadowy energy. It's very clearly that he fucking blinded himself in order to not see something. He is freaking the fuck out. And as you blind yourself, you do not see any of the motes of energy.
Ah, well, that's one way to do it.
Did you just?
That was kind of that was dumb.
No, that one kind of makes sense.
Okay. Right. Have you ever had this before, Reed? Do you know how long this will last?
No clue.
I kind of need him to see.
I mean,
I think you two can finish. I'll wait. Oh.
Sorry, just turn your camera
Well, I
off.
guess- While they're talking, Gray would be like, because Jot said before that he can. I think he'll ask Jot again if he can like help Gray see, or like warn him if he's gonna bump in anything.
You asked that to Jot.
Yeah.
No, Master. I cannot see through your eyes. I'm sorry.
Didn't you say that you could see like small area around?
It's very little. I can see a little bit around me. I can feel your hand, and I can see it. It's so silky smooth.
All right then.
Okay.
Worth a shot. Maybe next time.
I don't know how long this effect lasts. I'm not even sure what you took, but
Nah. I mean, it probably will just last for a little while longer. I mean, mine's already starting to go away.
okay. Well, then maybe we can lead him. Hopefully by the when we get closer, if it still hasn't worn off, we may have to figure something else out. We could also ask the druids if they could help with.
I don't know if we would.
Here's the thing, though. If we do, then we have to explain why he is
Yeah.
this way.
Now let's just go. Let's
I don't want to explain that to anybody.
So Lucy is still under the effects of fear and will not by any means other than being forcefully dragged out, kicking and screaming, leave the interior of this tent.
Okay.
Oh, even
So-
when he's blinded? Fuck.
Absolutely will not. Nope, still under the effects of fear. He is hallucinating hard.
I thought he couldn't see the hallucinations anymore.
Doesn't mean that you're not a fucking afraid of him. Have you ever taken acid or eaten shrooms? No? Okay, good. Don't do it. Let me tell you something. Once you bad trip, you don't fucking come back until your liver has processed it.
All right, Ree. Buckle knees, pull.
Are we gonna do this? All right.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna have to explain why he's screaming.
Okay, so just so I'm understanding, you guys are going to drag him kicking and screaming out of the tent, which is going to turn into a combative thing, into the open, and then you're going to have to explain to all the druids why he's on drugs.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, that's fine. I will. I mean, hey, I'm the DM. I love confrontation. Let's let's roll, baby.
Doc is saying, I
Then
don't.
what should we do? Should we just wait it
We're
out?
gonna have to wait.
Fuck.
It might give us time for Aurora to show up, but I mean, it's either we wait or we try to find a druid that can. Well, let's go find Henry.
Where the fuck is Bofer?
Yeah.
Bofer needs to cast fucking restoration.
I've asked him a few times.
Yeah, no, he's an idiot.
Oh, jeez, I prefer the spirits.
I'll go find. All right, fine. I'll go find
I'm
Henry.
gonna go walk up
Bofer,
to
there's
him
nothing. Bofer, there's
and pull
nothing
my
you can
book
do.
out. The first chapter of the first book of Morty.
And he'll walk away.
There was a forge. I'm gonna follow him.
As you begin bumping into walls and buckets and crates inside of this tent, you hear this sound kind of like rise up and around you, Gray, as the hallucination takes an auditory form.
From the first book of Moradin, Chapter 1, Firing the Forge.
And it just gets worse from there.
From that point on, he'll be like, "Hey, Jot, let's have a conversation." Like, because Jot is normally louder than anything else. So.
Master? Yes, let's talk. What do you want to talk about? I love everything you want to talk about too.
Bofer, there's no spell you can cast, or is that what you're working on right now?
No, I'm just preaching.
Okay,
Let me
do
see
you
what
think-
I have right now.
He didn't even look.
I can
Ray's
put a
just gonna start
curse,
talking absolute nonsense to ignore Bofer.
dead.
You need something that's gonna physically, like, heal his entire system. What'll fix his whole system? That's magic.
No, I ain't got that right now.
What is it?
Uh, minor restoration.
You don't have that memorized?
I do, not right now though. I'm kind of more worried about beating stuff up
Oh, there it is. He's worried about doing
and
damage.
talking to dead people.
Healing is...
That's what I memorized for today. Not more along the lines of someone sniffing something and blinding themselves.
Right. There's always a chance that something else could kind
Which I
of.
honestly think... Oh, I don't even know if Lesser Restoration will do both. Probably do one.
Well, if it's his, can't he get rid of the blindness if it's his?
So at about this time, you guys see all of a sudden Gray's eyes kind of shift and the shadows fade away as the minute goes by, and he kind of glances around, and all of a sudden around you, Gray, you see this big fucking like shadowy cloud elemental and this massive fire elemental standing over you. One is just like, "I don't think I have that memorized for today," and the shadow's like, "Are you sure about that?"
I think at this point he'll try different spells. Like, that didn't work. He's gonna cast Heroism on himself.
Oh, that's an... you know what? Give me a fucking minute. Okay, understood. You spend the spell slot for heroism. As he glances at you guys, he begins to panic, backs himself up into a corner, slams on the drum a few times, and actually, I take that back. Yes, he slams on the drum, does kind of like this flurry with the drumstick, and as it finishes, there is this golden glow that you see kind of emanates over him. It's the most angelic thing you've ever seen out of him before. Before it fades, you are immediately immune to the fear that was overcoming you. As you are overcome with bravery, you are conscious of the fact that this bravery will not last, and you are still tripping balls, but you are conscious of the fact that you are tripping balls, and you have to tell them.
I think he will tell them. Whatever was in that bag, I'm never coming near it again.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Let's go out. Let's leave.
Okay. Run?
This won't last.
Let's not
Let's
run
go.
too fast, because it's going to be very suspicious, but let's get the hell out of Dodge.
Let's
Oh.
dodge.
Okay, so where are you guys going?
I guess. Well,
We're in the area they told us to go.
Okay, so it's going to take you about 3 or 4 minutes to actually get to the far eastern edge of the clearing to get into the woods, which is fine. But about a quarter of the way there, all of a sudden, Gray stops dead in his tracks, glances around. You see his eyes, the pupils go big again, and he goes, "Oh fuck!"
I want to grab his hand and try to lead him.
Yeah,
Like, lead
same.
him
I'll
toward
grab the
back.
other hand. Yeah.
Okay, both of you make grapple checks. Gray, you are resisting because you are feared. Make a grapple or make a strength check for me, please. Actually, I take that back. Let's do it like this. Both of you make athletics checks. Gray, you make an acrobatics check.
It's slightly less. But
It was almost in 20. Almost.
So I have advantage now because of the new level.
You have advantage on all athletics checks.
I have advantage on strength or athletics checks covers difficult situations. You kind of blah, blah. So I have advantage on push, pull, lift, or break objects. That's part of aspect of the beast.
Okay, give me 1 second here, because you're trying to grab him. So give me 1 sec to just kind of.
I mean, if it's just a good old fashioned grapple strength check, then it would probably just be.
I want to give you benefit of the doubt, so yeah, just bear with me. So, what the hell is it called?
It's called aspect of the beast.
Aspect of the beast. Oh, I see. Okay, so bear, your carrying capacity is doubled. You have advantage on strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break objects. This is just a standard athletics check, so it is not with advantage. This is just to grab him and hold on. Now, once you have him, pulling him and dragging him to something, then you will have advantage on that. But this is just like the actual grapple portion. So we'll take the 12, though. Unfortunately, he rolled a 17 either way, so even with your advantage, he is a slippery fuck, and he is terrified. At this point, he instinctively starts screaming in the middle of this grove, and you see the attention of about 5 or 6 druids in the vicinity stop, as well as a small flock of birds overhead that are now spinning around you. What do you guys do? You started this. What are you doing?
Is he screaming and running toward back?
Yep, back towards the tent, sprinting, full speed.
I'll scream. I'll laugh and scream and kind of like skip around him. Like,
Okay, hang on. Remake a performance check. Do it with advantage because Doc said that she's doing it with you. Oh, actually, you know what? No, you don't, because you move like 2 times the speed of Doc, and Doc cannot catch up to him. He's big. You are very small. I know you used to be able to, not anymore. We have such a weird dynamic. Oh, that is terrible. So Ree is just running around you in circles and going, and now you've grabbed the attention of about another 5 or 6 druids who are all looking at you, and you see a massive great eagle swoop in over the top of the tree line and begin to dive down towards you. What are you guys doing?
I'm pursuing back toward the tent. I'm gonna, if I'm able to catch up, which I'm assuming I can't since he's sprinting, then I'll kind of try to guide him back to the tent in case he decides to veer off. But
okay, no, he does not veer off. He knows where the safe spot is, so he gets back to the tent. Mind you, you're only about a minute out. When he is sprinting, you're about 30 seconds out. So get back to the tent. You guys collectively get inside. Bofer, are you following?
Yeah, I'm walking.
Okay, you're walking, so it takes you a little extra longer. As you, Bofer, are about to enter, the Great Eagle lands, and Archdruid Nightbreeze cracks into his normal form. He cracks his neck, and then he steps into the tent. He glances around at the scene that is unfolding, and he approaches Gray. He reaches down, and Gray, make another acrobatics check, please. I rolled a 9. So he reaches down, and as he does so, you see Gray literally do like an alligator circle, like full alligator log out of the way, and he kind of looks confused. Watches him for a minute, though, and he catches his eyes, and then he looks back to the rest of you. Who the fuck gave him druid spores?
Well, actually, from what I remember, there was something right over there next to Ree when we woke up, and that's just what I saw, at least.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but yeah, somebody gave it. It was there with all our morning food.
He kind of looks around at the lot of you, the three of you. I need everybody to make an intelligence saving throw.
Whoa.
Wow, Beaufort definitely saved. Reed definitely saved. Doc, any information you have, you immediately spit it out. Lucy, go ahead and give me a saving throw, please.
It's loading.
Oh, there we go. Nat 20. Never mind. He's good.
Well, I'm fairly certain it came from a transaction between Ree and Henry, but I can't say for sure it was there when we woke up.
Now you see he is fuming, visibly fuming. He is panting and he's looking around, and you see his hawk eyes glancing up and around. Give me the spores now. Did you say the name Henry?
That's what I said, but I can't say for sure if that's where it came from. It was just there when we woke up.
Give me the spores!
Ah, damn it! And just reel hand over the spores.
Okay, so he snatches the spores and he looks back down and he says, "He'll be fine in a few hours. Excuse me." He poof just flaps the tent open and vanishes off into the inner sanctum.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't help it. I literally couldn't help it.
Oh man,
That was weird.
that was some good shit though.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect it to go out.
What? I mean, look at what it did to him, though. Is it really... Do we really want to have that with us? So this could happen when we're out in the middle of...
I mean, it felt great for me.
I don't think your boyfriend had as good of a time, and we may not be
Yeah, I
welcome
don't
back
either.
here. Well, you guys may not be welcome back here. I've never used druid spores, and I don't think I ever will.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah, I'd never used it.
I don't know for sure if that was from Henry. I assume it was because of your deal.
Yeah.
Why
It might
would
be.
you-
It might be from that other guy.
That's not what you asked for, though. That's true. It could be from the other guy.
I did ask for weed.
And Henry should know better, I would think, than to give it out to... So maybe it wasn't Henry. I don't know. Hopefully Henry can tell the truth.
So from outside of the from the exterior of the tent, you guys hear an absolutely blood-curdling scream.
I'm gonna poke my head out.
Yeah, same.
So around the area of the grazing pastures, marked on the map with a little black circle here, near where the statues are in the center, you see a I will say a small, quote-unquote, treant, currently standing and ripping a cow in two pieces. One piece gets flung to the floor, the other one gets flung off to the northeast, barely missing the tent over here. The treant then shifts back down into the form of Archdruid Nightbreeze, who then reshifts into the form of a great eagle and takes off out of the inner sanctum of the grove.
I'm gonna slowly close the tent.
What was that?
That was
Don't worry about it.
some
Don't worry about it.
seriously.
Nope. We're not gonna talk about that, Reed. Ugh.
Fucking killed Henry, man. That's some fucked up shit.
There's probably a reason he didn't want us to have those spores. I mean, look at Gray.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wasn't even given like a trial or anything. Just fucking tore me.
If he did to her what he just did to me, he got the truth, and that was enough of a trial. This is his something we all have to understand. We're not in our home. They don't do things here the way they do things in Hamilton. They don't do things here the way they do things wherever everybody else is from. This is his space, and he's made that very clear on many occasions that he will do whatever it takes to keep it safe. And apparently druid spores are not safe.
Look at the guy tripping in the corner. Of course they're not fucking safe.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start making something.
We're gonna let Gray come down. He said it'll be a few hours. That should be enough time for us to just kind of hang out and recover as much as you can, I guess. Maybe Aurora will show up. And Doc's gonna be sitting there and just subconsciously she will glance up at the door every so often. And then she kind of looks like she's seething more and more every time there's not somebody there.
Understood.
With her angry gnomish eyebrows.
Yeah. Bushy as shit. Okay, so a couple of hours go by, and you find yourself right about high noon, 12 or so. Really quickly, I'm just going to ask a couple of details because I know we had some changes here. Beaufort, how many hit points do you have now, my friend?
Currently, max or current? Wait, yeah, those
That is a very good question. I will take both. What is your max and what is your current?
53, 59. And actually, I could use...
So, okay, you said 53, 59. So I had 53, 53 as what you had during level 5. Level 6, you rolled a 2. What is your con bonus?
So, Dwarven Resilience +1.
That-
Con is +3, so +2d6.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. That's all I need from you. What is... Actually, no, I take that back. What is your AC currently? Is it 19?
20.
20. How do you have a 20, please?
Level 6 is +1 to AC heavy armor, and I used my blessing of the something. I put it on myself.
You stingy bitch. Turned yourself
Blessing
into
of
a
the
tank.
Doc.
Okay, so that means that Doc is going to suffer a little bit. That is okay. Doc, information from you. What is your max and current hit points?
Max is 31, current is 29 because we leveled, and I was at 29.
No. When you level, you go to your max hit
Okay,
points.
so then
So
31.
31. Okay.
She won't be suffering. I took Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's a concentration spell. We'll see
if
how
you
that
use it on
works.
her.
So Doc, if I'm understanding correctly, you have a 14 AC then, right? Because it was your 15 minus 1 since he took that away from
No,
you?
it was 16. I have a 15 now.
Really?
It was 16 when I had his blessing.
Weird. I've been rolling it with a 16 this whole time. That sucks for you. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
All right. So, Ree, my friend, you were looking at 66 before. Where are you now?
No, you're right. It says Forge's blessing on here, but I don't know how to take it out.
Yeah, okay. So I knew I was right. See, Candace tells me I'm wrong. I was like, no. Look, y'all don't understand the level of research I do on your fucking characters. I knew it. You have a 14.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Sorry. Go ahead, Ree.
Currently at 81 max hit points, and with a shield, I have 18 AC. So base is 16.
Beautiful. Thank you. And you have, what is it, 4 rages now, or is it 5? I thought you just gained one. Didn't this level you
Yeah, I
gain a
think,
rage?
yeah. Four
Okay,
rages.
4. Perfect. Fucking awesome. Okay, cool. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. Okay, and Gray, you were at 20, just so I'm clear, you're at 23 hit points with a 12 AC?
Yes.
Man, why weren't you a fucking wizard? Come on. I'm just...
Working on it.
What do you mean you're working on it? What the fuck? You're a bard! Don't work on it. No, I'm
Be a
just kidding.
bard.
No. You're actually you've been a very useful fucking bard. That first Bane you ever did, I was like, wow, fuck every ghoul in this room. Okay, so okay. Thank you for that information. You guys, it is about 12 p.m. You guys have had another meal, which has been provided to you not by Archdruid Nightbreeze, but by some of his colleagues. And it's about this time when you realize, Gray, even you notice you're starting to come down off this trip. The euphoria and the fear have passed. You begin to blink and look around as the elementals kind of shrink down into these motes and then eventually disappear into these small puffs of smoke. You glance around and you have your friends back at your side. Well, let me take that back. You have your companions back at your side. I will not speak for you on friendship
No
levels.
assumptions. Does anybody have paper that isn't gross? Just to kind of look over it. Great. Does anyone have paper? No. Gopher.
I do not know.
Okay.
We might have paper in the log that hasn't been used.
Yeah, can we check? I'd like just a small piece. I don't need a lot.
Oh, you're looking in the captain's log?
Mm-hmm. If there's any paper, any spot of paper that wasn't used.
No, the captain's log was one piece of paper. It was a scroll that had the information like emblazoned upon
From
it.
top to bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can write on the back if you really want to be that fucking guy, but
Is the floor dirt?
it's grass. There's vegetation in here. He's not a fucking savage.
Well, he should be, because I could write him a note in the dirt.
The tent walls are made of skin. I mean, that's actually true. They're made of hide, technically, so. How weird do you want to get?
Add it to the list.
Alright.
That's their new jerky drying hut, so get it right.
Okay, I feel bad about that. Gray doesn't, but I do.
Alright, so... Damn it, I really wanted to, like, leave him a note, but... Y'all fucked up. Okay, let's go. Maybe...
Yeah, I really did fuck up.
Yes.
I feel
Well,
really bad for Henry.
Thank you.
Well, Henry shouldn't have given you freaking druid spores when you asked for weed. It's like... I mean...
Well, yeah, but if I had known you would have gotten fucking ripped in half, I wouldn't have asked.
I think if Henry would have known that she would get ripped in half, she wouldn't have given it to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe she didn't know she was gonna get ripped in half.
Then all the more reason it's not your fault. Let's move on. Don't let that... Listen. Sometimes things happen, and you just have to accept that they happened. And it's not always the easiest thing to do. But I think in your case, that's going to be the best option.
Yeah, we're just gonna accept that.
Just gonna accept that people get ripped in half from time to time, I guess. Fuck.
Lucy, really quick, what are Gray's resistances? Is it necrotic and radiant?
Yes, necrotic and radiant.
Alright, I'm just gonna tell you this now. Let's not eat the meat pies when we get back.
No, don't tell me that.
Does anybody else have any elemental resistances that I should know about, please?
Poison fire.
I got you, Boo Boo. I'm sorry, did you say poison as well?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Fucking dwarves.
I'm only resistant when I'm raging, and that's to everything except psychic.
Yep, got you there. And Doc, you're no much from. Okay, well, you got at least two cool people with you.
I got the two most common.
All right. Okay. So, what would you guys like to do?
Let's get the fuck out of this grove for a little while, huh?
Leave.
I think that's a good
And let's
plan.
not eat the meat pies.
I'm gonna eat the meat pies because they're fucking banging.
All right. So you guys head up and to the northeast, which on our little interior map here is over by the long blue tendrily looking tree. As you begin to enter, it's almost as if the grove feels your presence and begins to peel apart kind of like a banana, which you've seen before going to the east, and this time it leads you off to the northeast, and it does create a legitimate trail for you almost the entire way. Give me one moment.
That's a good sign.
So, you travel for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes at a... Oh, actually, you know what? I should ask you guys this. What kind of pace do you want to move at? Do you want to move at a slow pace and be able to roll stealth checks? A normal pace and move a little bit faster but make no stealth checks? Or a fast pace and receive a -5 penalty to any passive perception
I
checks?
think stealthy is best, guys. I know that some of us struggle with it, but I think trying is better than not.
Well, aren't we going to be given away by the entire fucking woods parting in front of us?
Maybe none.
Well, I guess it is a bit of a process.
All right, we can try to go sneaky.
I could try to scout.
That would be a better idea.
Still going to slow us down.
Right. Either way, it'll slow us down, but at least there's less of a chance of all of us.
How many miles did he say it was?
He didn't.
Okay, so what I did last time was I kind of dragged my sword in the dirt so that it was easier to find our way back. I don't anticipate it'll be an issue, but I'm going to do that again. So that way if I don't come back in, you know, say an hour, come find me, please, and I guess reincarnate me again.
Ah, let's just all go together. Fuck, man. You know?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if he'll reincarnate you guys.
I don't know if I want to get reincarnated.
I'm done with this fucking campaign.
Alright.
Nah, I mean, I like being a goblin. I don't want to be anything else.
Okay, well then let's all just try to be quiet.
I'd rather be a zombie than a goblin. Or I'd rather be a zombie than anything else.
Nope.
Come to it.
I was gonna say, hold up, we got a whistle.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, that's fine. If it's a question between like me being like anything else, like a fucking
How the fuck did you roll an
turtle or something
11?
like that, just fucking zombify me. I don't care.
It was almost a 19.
Like,
when it was
so
a 3.
damn.
All right, we got a 19 for Bofer and 11 for the Rogue. Gray, give me a 13 for the Wow. Do not tell me our Rogue is the shittiest. Our tiny
It will
Rogue.
be. Every time I have to roll stealth, I've had one good stealth roll, but it counted.
Oh, motherfucker.
I've had one good stealth roll.
Yeah, you wanted me to roll you something, Xavier.
Yeah, I got you. You're good. You're good. That's good. That's good. It's better than an 11. Okay, so.
Doesn't Bofer get like a 7? How does that work?
Alright, heroes at disadvantage.
Why? Oh, he's rolling at disadvantage, right? Because he's in heavy armor. That is correct. Yep, that is part of his. Sorry, you know what?
Wait, you
I
didn't count my 7?
what? No, I was looking at it as a 19.
No,
Yep.
7.
Nope. Which is funny because it has it highlighted, and I almost just called your heavy armor a disability. So.
I mean, it kind of has been.
I say as I'm about to engage you. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so 7. So Doc did okay compared to Bofer, but compared to the fucking goblin.
I'm not used to this body yet.
Yeah, right. Don't look at me. I'm horrific. Okay, so anyways, give me a fucking second here, you nuts. We're gonna reveal some things for you.
Oh, I like the shields you put on this.
All right. Yeah, so the shields, they are representative of what you have resistance to, obviously with the respective elements. Because, you know, I do stuff sometimes. So, you guys arrive So you as you are heading through the woods proper, quote unquote, meaning the path that is nothing but brambles, trees, vines, grasses, moving left and right to allow you a single file line all the way down. You eventually arrive at what appears to you to be a clearing. This clearing has a massive oak tree. I mean, massive. You know, it is at its entire height. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 feet tall, which to anybody with a brain says it at least a few hundred years old, has been knocked down, cut down, and knocked down across to create a small bridge across what is a very shallow riverbed to the point where it almost looks like a stream, but it's high enough to be something that would have at one point in time been a full-blown river. There are a couple of things here to note. First of all, you guys have the high ground. Where these ridges are, where I'm cueing this point right here, and right here, are elevation increases. Each one of these tiers, you guys are on what I'm going to call base level. Going down into the riverbed is 10 feet. Going up above you one tier is 10 feet, and going up above you over here is an additional 10 feet. Everything else around you is forest. You get here, what would you like to do? There is a river procession going to the, or a procession like it's a fucking parade. Yeah, funeral over here. Yeah, well, we'll see. It may be a fucking funeral. You just don't know yet. Nope, sorry. No, so you've got a river running through the center here. You have a stream running through the center, and then you have a path that leads clearly to the north over this direction as well, and then to the west, and then again, that's about it. Well, the way you came, of course.
So,
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, so this area here is sheer to the water? And
Correct. Yep. As soon as you step off of there, you're going straight down 10 feet.
Got it.
As we step in, I'm gonna kind of try to get everybody to stop. I want to look around. I want to see if I notice anything. I want to see if I see anybody trying to hide or anything like that before we proceed in.
Okay, give me a perception check, and with Gray's ridiculous feat, give me a perception check as well.
I got an 18.
Jesus.
That's a good fucking roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
A nat 20? You cheating fucking
Yeah.
guy.
It's the new dice.
Yeah.
Because we're in the forest.
Cheaters. Okay.
I rolled twice again for some reason.
You did exactly
Oh,
half on the second
looks
one.
like you take the 12 then, I guess. No, I'm just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so, as you step in here, Doc and Gray, you both notice right here in this tree, and in this tree over here, in this tree here, at least you see 3 massive apes, gorillas potentially, sitting in the boughs of the tree, kind of slowly bouncing up and down and staring in your direction. Lucy, because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to share this with you.
Sorry, can you say that again? Cut out for me.
Yep, I said, Lucy, because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to show you this specifically. Look in your journal. You will see something called... Well, you'll notice the difference, I'm sure. After the description I just gave you, you'll see the picture. That is what you see in the tree. Let me know if you'll get it. Once you get it, you get it.
Oh.
Yeah. That you see at least 3 of them looking at you and bouncing slowly back and forth. Your vision just happens to have a little bit more gusto than Doc's does.
Stupid gnomish body.
I think he'll say, "Look sharp, we have company up ahead."
Yeah, at
They
that point,
definitely are not friendly.
I would point out what I saw, like where I saw them. I'd say, I see big monkeys here, here, and here.
There you go.
I mean, what are monkeys?
Monkeys?
Gorillas. Big
What are gorillas?
enemies.
This,
big enemies
minor
in
illusion.
the tree. Oh, he's gonna cast minor illusion and show us.
Oh, fine.
So, give me a performance check, Lucy.
That is some smart.
I was just gonna make like a small version of a gorilla in my hand.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's no. This is nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just trying to see how good you do. Giving you a little extra.
26.
Was another nat 20.
Yeah, based on what you saw, everybody, this is what he creates in his hand.
Your first good
You
performance.
all get to see it.
Give me one sec.
Yeah, no, seriously, that was my first above 10 performance.
Oh, whoa. Ew. Hey, Ray, are those purple things a mistake?
No, that's exactly what I saw.
Ah, fuck, they're infected too.
Yep.
Most likely.
And as he creates the illusion, you see it slowly bouncing back and forth in his hand. And as he does so, you guys hear the woods around you that was, for the most part, very quiet in its own right, get even quieter for a moment. And then you hear something very horrific begin to erupt around you. The sounds of potentially multiple, if not dozens, of very enraged apes erupts with the creation of the illusion. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Shit.
Make sure you click your character.
Click your character, please.
Thank you for
Except
telling me.
just letting you know, I believe exactly on the dot today.
Okay, understood, buddy. Understood.
Aw, damn it. Like, that's a good noise. Or it's scary.
All right, I have a 13, 19, 4, and 4. Holy shit. Wait.
Actually, I have
No,
a
those
13
are
inch
good.
Yeah,
twice.
Lucy, why is everything rolling twice for you?
Probably lag.
It's a problem. It's a problem with my computer because it's really slow and it's duplicating things for some reason.
That's really strange. Yeah, okay, so I have you with a 13. Is that right, Gray?
Yeah, 13.
All right. By the way, everything you're hearing right now, as far as that crazy-ass shit in the background, that's all my voice.
I know. I heard it when you were recording it, and I said, "What the fuck is that?" to the kids, and they said, "It's Annie."
Just wait until I modulate it a little bit.
I thought it was one of the kids earlier.
You hear it now.
All right, give me one moment.
It's pretty impressive, honestly.
Refresh my page. If that fixes the rerun, that's a lot of monkey.
I don't like it.
But wait, there's more.
No, no more. We don't need any more.
Oh no.
Oh boy, I wasn't ready for Planet of the Apes.
No, because
Well-
you blinded yourself.
Planet of the Apes is what you got. All right. Okay, so at the top, we got monkey number 1. Give me one moment here to see what the fuck monkey number 1 does. I call them monkeys, they're technically apes, but I'm sorry, listening to this in my ears is fucking crazy. I remember recording it and then doing the voice modulation. I was like, you're fucking crazy. Anybody in their right mind would know that you're a nut job. What is this? Alright, so the first ape climbs down and out of its tree as it is screaming and howling at you in all of its glory. About the size of a full-grown orc, honestly. It runs at you. And you see it with a massive stone in its hand. It hurls it as hard as it can. And misses Ree by about 5 or so feet, clatters on the ground. But it lobs at a good 50-55 feet. Okay. Ree, another ape jumps out of a tree, climbs down, and begins to scream towards you. What do you do?
So this thing is waiting in the water.
It's wading through. I mean, again, there's only a couple inches of water in the base of where it is, and not even waist deep. For this ape, it's like ankle deep at best.
Okay. And you said this is like a 10-foot muddy kind of
10-foot sheer drop. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Quote unquote sheer drop.
Okay. But it looks like it probably could climb that thing pretty quickly.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're you know what? Man, you're from the fucking mountains, aren't you? Give me just a nature check. We'll call it a passive nature check. Never mind. You don't know what the fuck these things are. You've never seen a monkey before. They said the word monkey, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck a monkey is.
Whatever, no. I don't fucking know what that shit is. Okay. So let's see. How far am I? Well, that sucks. All right. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna kind of come up here. Come up there. Look at this ape in the face. She'll go into a rage and she'll just like scream at him, just kind of intimidatingly.
Question mark?
Okay.
It's gonna look tough and mean and angry and scary. But that's pretty much it. That's as far as I'm going to be able to go.
Okay, so you have raged successfully. I'll tell you what. If you're gonna scream at it, give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh. Okay, yeah. I actually had a very low roll, but it does not compare to a nat 1. I apologize. But if you would have rolled above that, there's a very good chance that even with your base +2, this thing would have won fucking running. Alright, so the next up... okay, so we've got... Sorry, I'm getting thrown off by my own audio. It's really fucking wigging me out. Is it not creepy as shit?
It's really fucking creepy.
It really is.
Alright, so this ape moves there. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. This ape moves here.
Oh shit, there's wolves too.
Nah, there's no wolves right now. That's just part of the nighttime audio. That's part of the ambiance. So an ape from the tree below you moves up onto the plant or up onto the tree. You hear it clambering onto the tree as you're screaming at the ape in front of you, and it is going to swing at you. All right, so it swings at you with its fists. Oh, that is a nat 20 and a 10. So the nat 20 definitely hits for 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Reduced because you're enraged is 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
That was the crit?
Yeah, that was the crit. It does not. It's an ape. It dealt like 7 points of damage. So,
Nice.
yeah, not great on my end, but I'll take what I can get. Right. So you guys see this ape like climb up onto this massive tree and just literally raise both hands up, and as it slams down, cracks Ree across the back of the head, and Ree barely even breaks from the midst of her own scream. Gray, your turn. Well, time to re-roll new characters. Sorry, Gray, it's your turn. I don't know if you heard me, buddy.
Sorry.
So we can't hear you.
Okay, no, it's okay. I thought maybe you had, gone in, internet service issue.
Said Gray moves over there. Can he see this one?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. From where you're at on that hill, absolutely, 100%.
Okay, then he's gonna cast Bane on all 4 of them. 2nd level Bane.
Oh, fuck. What is the DC for Bane, please, my friend?
14 charisma.
Alright, give me one moment.
A spicy DC, I like that.
Yeah, and your Bane is the puppet strings, correct?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out.
The Bane of Gray is the puppet strings, correct?
Yeah, the violin strings.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so it's the 4 that are closest to you, correct?
Yeah,
All right.
the others are out of range.
What is the range on yours? 30 feet?
It is 30 feet, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, I had 1 nat 20, 2 6s, and a 10. Monkeys are not very charismatic. So, alright, we will...
One of them's a stand-up comedian.
You stop it. Seru is here, actually. I'm sad
He is
about that.
here. He's here. We're happy he's here.
Beast form, bard song. I don't even have a fucking Bane. So we'll just do 1, 2... and 3. Okay, and Bane is concentration, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're getting yellow for concentration, and your 3 targets are baned. So you slam on the war drum as you run up. You mutter your incantation, and as you do so, you throw the stick out, which sends these vibrations. You see the monkeys, all these apes, tremble. And as it happens, the one in the tree kind of vanishes from your sight, but the 3 in front of you, you see these violin strings begin to wrap around its arms and head and push and fight against it as they are very clearly affected by your bane. Anything else for you, Gray?
Yes, as a bonus action, Gray is going to start tapping on his drum again, giving everyone this boost, and using Mantle of Inspiration again.
Ooh, how many
So
feet is
everyone, you can move up to your movement.
This
in
is a
any
bonus
direction
action,
you want.
correct?
Yes, it's a bonus action.
Okay, so you use Mantle of Inspiration, so you can move any direction you want up to your movement, and you gain temporary hit points. Is that correct?
Yeah.
How many? Is that 8? Or is it...
8 temporary hit points, yes.
Perfect. So everybody in their red slot, I'm going to give you an additional 8.
I did mine.
I did mine too.
Thank you. Kevin, I got you. Awesome. And Lucy, does that affect you as well or no? It's people you can see, correct?
Inspiration, nice, yeah.
Okay, understood, understood. Wow, awesome.
Like,
I mean, this is probably the best round that Gray has ever had in combat. A full-blown Bane effect and Mantle of Inspiration. Perfect. All right, Doc.
All right, Doc moves after hearing Gray.
Actually, really quick, what does Gray say during the Mantle of Inspiration that encourages people to move?
Alright. I think he'll, like, glance towards Doc, real quick and go, it's time for a real performance, and he'll, like, march forward, as he marches forward and start hammering on the drums to, like, push everyone.
And he
He'll
does.
shout, "Into positions."
Hell yeah, and he looks like a full-blown, like, battle, like a musketeer, like Civil War soldier getting ready to drop his musket with the other line of, 200 men, and as he goes, you guys all begin to move. Doc.
So Doc will look over after hearing that from Gray and kind of give him a nod, and she reaches down into her boot, and you will see a flash of, like, metal, and she flips up, catches her dagger, and throws it at this one over here. I'm gonna use Assassinate on this one since he hasn't attacked yet, so I get,
Oh, you fucking cocksucker. You can kill my monkey!
So I get advantage.
Yes, you do. I know what you do. Wait, 5, 10, 15. What's the range on a dagger?
20.
God damn it, I was hoping to fucking nix you and make you roll disadvantage.
It's a 23 to hit.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to say? A 23 hits the fucking Tarrasque. Yes, you hit. Roll your fucking damage. Wait a minute, hang
It should
on.
not have sneak attack, I don't think. Right?
No, it does. If you... no, look at your Assassinate. Not only do you Assassinate, but you critical hit, so you deal double all of that damage.
It's only if it's a surprise. It's a crit.
But it's a surprise because it has not had a chance to attack, right?
I won't argue with you.
No, look at your... Hang on.
It
Hang
says
on,
it's
I
a
will look your
surprise
character
attack,
up. Hold
that's what it
on.
says.
I will
It's
look
right
your
here.
character up.
It
Hold
says
on. No,
if
I
it's-
know. I'm going to look it up. Give me a second. Settle down.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, usually you tell us to tell you, so.
I like how the Discord audio cuts out, but I can hear this whole monkey thing perfectly.
Yeah.
Assassinate. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that has not taken a turn in combat yet. And any hit you score against a creature that is surprised, which is a creature that I have aforementioned, is a critical hit. So that would be 6 plus 6 is 12, times 2 is 24.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Jesus, 24. Oh my god.
fuck my 19 hit points. You see this gnome bolt forward towards the edge of this clearing, reach down into her boot, she pulls it back, and as she throws it, you hear this as this monkey bounces out of the tree and onto the ground with a fucking dagger sticking out of its head with the blade buried down to the crossguard.
That amount of damage, I'd hope that dagger sounded like a whip crack.
Anything else, Doc?
I'd like to use my second attack, please.
Sure, what are you gonna do?
Let's go another dagger.
How many fucking daggers? Oh, you got a lot of daggers, don't
I
you?
do.
Okay, this one is at
Well, I
a
have five.
this is a regular roll.
Yeah, so it's this guy right here.
Yep, because he has already acted.
Oh, rough. Nope.
Unfortunately, you know what's funny? A 7 barely misses. As you throw the dagger, you see this ape kind of like look up after seeing the one ape fall out of the tree and like hit every branch on the way down, and he kind of like woo! He monkey backs a little bit, and bounces out of the way. Anything else, Doc?
Hold on one second. No, because I can't move safely. So, actually, I guess I'll move over to this guy.
Understood. Okay, so the ape up to the north moves down.
No many.
This one moves over here.
Oh geez, I didn't see those.
This one is going to actually hurl a stone. It's got a rock in its hand and it throws it at Ree with disadvantage, and that is a 9. That misses. So there's this rock that goes over the top of you. 5, 10, 15. This one moves over here, ends its turn, and this one... This one moves over here. Bofer!
Alright, let's see here. I am going to go ahead and put myself right here.
Okay.
And Spirit Guardians.
Oh, shit. Actually, hang on. I gotta do a special thing with Spirit Guardians. Give me a sec.
And the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm last in the turn order.
Hey, I told you I had a fucking special thing for you, man.
Oh, that was great.
There you go. I literally have a note card here because I sat and did the fucking math on how to set your custom Spirit Guardians to a 420 by 420 pixel block. So, you mutter your incantation, you throw your right fist into the air, and as you do so, these spirits of dwarves begin to explode out of your fist and swirl around you furiously, attempting to gain a foothold on the position you have currently gained. What is the saving throw against your Spirit Guardians?
It's going to be 15 minus their banes.
Yep, got that. So it's a 15 what saving throw, though, please?
Wisdom.
Thank you. You said it was a 15?
Yes.
Okay, they all rolled fails naturally, so I'm not even gonna roll for the Bane.
Alright.
Go ahead and do some... Yeah, oh yeah, well, I guess I'm about as ready as I can fucking ever be for that. Don't like it, but I'll take it. Oh my fucking god.
That's radiant damage, too.
They're monkeys, it's not a big deal. Okay.
They're not devil monkeys.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright, so as the Guardians begin to spin around these apes and slash at them wildly, you see shields slamming and you hear audibly the sound of like metal on metal and flesh being rended. These apes begin to rear back and scream as the shadows swirl around them. You appear to have caused them to bleed out down to the bloodied state, every single one of them. Who just raided me? Who the fuck just raided me? Oh my god, Hex, holy shit. Guys, give me 2 seconds here real quick. Sorry, I just had a massive raid in stream here. First of all, Hex, holy shit, thank you very much. I will give you a triple, I mean, holy shit. I think this is the first time, maybe the second time you've ever raided me. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. No, don't interrupt. It's okay. You are wonderful. We're going to be logging here very soon. We're going to bring this to somebody else. Oh my god, thank you so much, Iron T Gamer, for your follow. Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys so much. Hex, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you being here. These guys are fighting angry, shadow-tainted apes. We are in the throng of combat right now. The audio you hear in the background, by the way, the howler monkeys, that's me. Hi, hello, hi, Iron Gamer. Thank you for being here. Hex, thank you so much for that raid. It is much appreciated. I'm going to jump back into stream, get these guys cooking into their next round, and we will see you all very, 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 very soon, because we're taking this raid. Please stay here. Stay here with me. We're taking this raid to somebody else, okay? I promise you. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to say something. That was a big fucking raid from Hexlich, so that does not happen. Yeah, I know. My heart jumped. I heard boom, ba-da-down, and I was like, no, goddamn it, don't do it to me.
Leroy Jenkins.
Do the roar. Leroy Jenkins. Okay. Bofer, anything else after your... So you as you mutter your incantation, you summon these dwarven spirits. They begin to immediately charge, shield bash, spear, and axe these giant twisted apes. As the apes begin to bleed out almost immediately, I mean straight to their knees, and fighting for their life against the spirits that you've summoned. Do you do anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright.
And it's his turn, so he needs to roll another saving throw.
Yes, it is. However, it is 9:45. I do not want to pick up in the middle of a round next time. So, and I know, Boo Boo, you said you had to leave right on the dot tonight. I don't want to risk it taking 15 minutes to go through another round, which it very well may with the group that we have, because there are 10 enemies on the field right now. Is everybody okay with ending at the start of round 2 for next week?
I'm good.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if it works for everybody else, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we will pick up next week, literally right here, right at the start of round 2 of this combat against these 10 shadowy apes. Does anybody have any questions for me right now? Anything that I should answer? Any clarification pieces? Anything, regardless of how minor it might be, because we do have about 15 minutes to spare.
I just have a question about like these, like the connection between the river and the log. Does it look like they can climb up from there? I don't know. It's probably like something that we need to.
No, that's
do on
actually
my turn.
no, that's a really good question. With where you're at, Ree, you could see that something of your weight. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Give me a Oh fuck, that's a good question. Give me a survival check. Yeah, so what you can tell is that something that weighs about as much as you, maybe about as much as a dwarf or less, could climb out onto those no problem. If an ape climbs out onto that, one of these big fuckers, as muscly as they are, they're probably gonna snap it.
Okay, but they're just going up and out instead of like down towards the water. That was kind of my concern. Like they can climb up if they wanted to.
Correct. Yeah, no, they cannot climb up those things. They have to get to like a ledge and then climb up it.
Good.
Anybody else?
Yeah, actually. So, over here where this ape is, right?
Yes.
Or like this cliff.
Yes.
How far down would that be? Is that like 20 feet? Because I think you said 10
Yep.
feet.
Yep, exactly. That would be 20 feet. So up here is like the highest point that you guys can see. Right here is what I'm considering base level, okay? If you look down into the riverbed, we're down 10 feet. If we look up onto here, we're plus 10 feet. So if you were to go from up on the top all the way to the down directly below it, you would be down 20 feet.
I want to know for next time in case I need to do spell.
Yeah, no, and that is a fantastic question, and also very well placed, Bane. I mean, I am not kidding. This was the best round I think Gray has ever had in combat. Period. Full fucking stop.
I used to
I agree.
assassinate on someone who's not a party member, so that was...
She did. She did not kill somebody who was part of your party with her assassinate. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions?
I have expected Doc to turn around and go, haha.
No, if
Gotcha, bitch!
if-
Monkeys! Ah!
If I didn't use that, I wouldn't have been able to get over here with the movement.
Well, I'm glad you are where you are, because now I'll get my...
Oh yeah. And all three of these buggers, well, they'll get what's coming to them next round, hopefully.
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 All right, guys. we'll go ahead and we'll end here for tonight. Hopefully, when we pick up next week, we will have Aurora, and yeah, we'll pick up right in the midst of this monkey fight. Again, Hex, thank you so much for raiding tonight. We're gonna raid Rocker Joe because, well, to be quite honest with you guys, I'm absolutely in love with Rocker Joe. And anybody within my stream here who is gonna possibly have any delays or outages as far as gameplay is concerned, if you guys could just send me a message whenever you have a chance, just to let me know.
Thanks, guys, for another good session.
Thanks, everybody.
Also, I hope you guys really like Druid Spores.
Druid spores are pain in the ass.
They're badass. I love
Not
Druid
worth it.
Spores. Oh,
Not worth it.
if you know how to use them, they're worth it.
Just so you guys know, I may or may not have created those with my druid.
Yep.
I feel bad. I got someone killed because of a joke.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Good night, everybody.